Love you.
Yesterday, I was at my grandma's house. She made my favorite dish. My favorite dish is it's a Polish delicacy. It's called golubkis, but here we call them Polish hand grenades. But I had a problem because she said that, hey, honey, I'm making golubkis. I thought to myself, Grandma, I have IBS, but I couldn't tell her no. So I went over and, I had my favorite dish, but I did something bad. I shit myself. And when I did, I was too embarrassed to tell anybody. So what I did is I took my dirty, soiled underpants and I flushed them down the toilet. But the problem was, it's an older house, so I flooded the whole house. The cat got outside.
A few years ago, my grandmother died. I'd spent the most time with her, and I knew her the closest, and she lived to a really old age, and I was lucky to have her for my life as long as I did. But I called her just about every day as her health was declining, or she called me, or one of the two. But I'll never forget, I was having a particularly bad week, and I hadn't spoken to her in a few days, and she had just come off a health scare, so I thought she was fine. And I was having a terrible day, awful day, one of the worst weeks I've ever had in my life. And she called me, and I didn't really want to talk to a soul right then and there. So I didn't answer, and she left me a voicemail. And I said I'd call her back tomorrow, the next day. And I woke up the next day from a text from my mom telling me that my grandmother had passed. And I never got to say goodbye. And I know she's in a better place, and I know she's doing better there now. But I've never admitted to anyone that I didn't call her that day. I couldn't really bring myself to it. I don't think I ever will. But I've apologized to her for it, out in the ether. But it eats at me. It eats me every time I miss a phone call from someone in my family, anyone. I think about it all the time. And, man, I'm sorry. I love you and I miss you every day. I should have called back.
Since we have not gotten a response, we are giving you a final courtesy call before we close out your file. Press 2 to be removed and put on our do not call list. Press 1 to speak with someone about possibly extending or reinstating your car's warranty. Again, press 1 to speak with a warranty specialist.
So 2025 has been probably one of my worst years on paper. My mom had to go back to her country earlier this year. I lost my job. I'm kind of just not aware of what I'm going to do after I graduate next spring. But I've been working on this painting of Kim Jong-un and Dennis Rodman, and they're together and they're just surrounded by My Little Ponies. But even though I am on paper at my lowest, I've been working on this painting for 2 years now, and I feel like I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And even though I don't know what path I'm going to take or what the next 3 months are going to really look like for me, just the fact that I'm almost done painting these ponies, I just feel like I'm about to hit a breakthrough, and I haven't felt that way since I was 23 years old, and I am 27 as of today.
When I was 21, I was going through a very hard time in my life. I had been off of an arrest. I was almost broke. I had lost a friend. Growing up, I had seen a lot of pain. I had lost some friends to drugs. I had been addicted to drugs myself. I've been in fights. I've been shot at. People tried to kill me. It wasn't good. And when I was 21, blind, drunk, and stupor, I decided that I wanted to end my life, and by jumping onto the train tracks. In that moment, I kind of blacked out, and I don't remember much of it, but what I remember specifically was 3, maybe 4 people of their own volition that had decided to pull me off of the train tracks, and they saved my life. When you grow up seeing a lot of pain, you just only see pain in the future, and that day changed my life because I will never meet these people. I never got to know their names. I will never be able to truly thank them for everything that they have done for me. And I just want to spread this message that I've gone through a lot of pain, and other people probably have as well, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I am 22 now, and I have somehow been able to keep myself afloat. I'm living out of the house, and I have a stable job, and it can get better. You just have to put the work in, and don't let negativity encroach on every aspect of your life, because you'll never be able to see the light when it comes. I hope everyone who hears this has a wonderful day. Just know life is worth fighting for, and whatever pain you feel now, you can 100% get through, even if you need help from others.
One time, I pooped in my friend's bathroom, and she didn't know, but then the toilet got clogged. So then I just had to leave and told her that the toilet got clogged and told her that I didn't know what happened and I didn't even use the bathroom. And then she blamed it on her brother, and then I guess her brother, got in trouble with his mom, and then they sent him to boarding school. Here's my friend.
Okay, my story is actually pretty similar to her. So basically, one time I was using the bathroom, and I needed to poop, and then I did poop, and then I realized, and then the toilet wasn't flushing, but I was at my boyfriend's house, so I was like, I don't want him to see that I pooped, right? So after I did that, I went ahead and I put the poop in his cat's box. Thank you.